Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons.
Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us and welcome to another edition of Transformer Facts Friday. This is another weekly roundup show that I do on this channel, which allows me the opportunity to do exactly that. Round up everything that's happening in the world of Transformers with what's going on with this channel and of course my Instagram, which is Toys_R_Us. Now of course the big news today is the fact that Hasbro PulseCon has finally arrived and that will be kicking off later. I'll give you a bit more details about that in a second, but first let's start with some pretty good information actually, to be fair. I want to give it you first straight away because you've got to get on and you've got to register your interest in these particular posters. These posters are stunning, but they are super limited edition, and you've got to get onto the the Transformers Facebook page to register your interest in them. So what you've got is you've got the foiled Soundwave there, you've got a Buzzsaw one as well. See the different colour there? You've got your Buzzsaw and you've got your standard laser beak, and of course you've got some Beast Wars one here as well. But as it states here, and again I've screenshotted it, you can go to TFW 2005 and have a look yourself. They are extremely limited edition. If you want to get hold of them, you've got to register straight away. That's why I'm doing this pretty much backwards now, to be fair. That's the last thing that I was going to go through, but I feel it's the most important for you guys to get on and get it registered. The other thing that's happened with regards to movie news is the names of these two particular vehicles, which have been speculated for absolutely ages. So unbelievably, and I know this is probably going to annoy a lot of G1 fans, the VW van is Wheeljack. I know straight away there's going to be people going, what? And the great big orange and black Terracon truck is Battletrap. So there you go. Wheeljack, obviously, I don't know why they perhaps could have picked something slightly better than that, but that, again, I didn't make the names up. I'm just letting you guys know. Right, so before let's go with a little bit something more light-hearted, shall we? Shall we start with this? Because this is, and I've got two different websites who've discussed this, but the reason being is you'll see in a second, one's really funny. So first and foremost, on TFW 2005, here we go. You've got the featured Loot Crate Beast Wars figure that you can again pre-order. Here we go. Yeah, from November 2021. And it's the Beast Wars Megatron edition, and I've got to skip a few pages now on my photos because this is just so funny, because they hold no punches here. So Cybertroncom have literally started, if you thought Lootcrates Optimus Prime was bad, get a load of their Beast Wars Megatron, and unfortunately I have to totally agree. It's absolutely, in my opinion, well, it's laughable. I can't even take it seriously. So but again, if this is up your street, if this is what you like, then there you go, you can get it pre-ordered. We'll come to that in a minute, but there is Loot Crates offering of course it's a non-transforming, it's a posable statue of Beast Wars Megatron. There you go. All right, so we've just seen there, we've got some more in-hand images of Shuki, and again, I still really like this bot. I would love to see it up against some other Masterpiece figures though, just to get a true idea of scale. There it is again. It looks really chunky considering obviously its alternate mode is pretty much like a bullet train. I think it's a bullet train. But yeah, obviously there's all the things on the back, which means it will be able to go on tracks. But again, more in-hand images, and again, I'm liking the look of this particular figure. Again, bit more fun. No, let's go with a bit more fun. So Minimates, they've only been around a month or so already, and they're already onto wave 2. Here is their wave 2 collection. So we've got Grimlock, Blaster, Soundwave and Megatron. I think featured them literally 2-3 weeks ago with the first wave, and they're already on to wave 2. Crazy. Right, what we've got here again is, do you remember them huge lists that started to appear a few weeks ago? Basically they're back. They pretty much look like they're, I suppose, cemented in now, although they're still not officially confirmed, but we do have the EAN numbers, which is of course the number that they use in store to help you find them and locate them. And of course, what I've done is I've took pictures and I've broken them down into categories. Again, if you want to find these information, it's on tformers.com, where I think it's broke down a little bit more. So what we've got here, I've just took a picture of the core class. So there are the core, and these look like they're all going to be in the Legacy toy line. Looking really good. So of course the Legacy toy line is what we're going to be shown later on funnily enough. So the G2 Megatron, I imagine, is just going to be a redeco of the original core they did of the Megatron. So Optimus Prime, I'm sure, and Soundwave will just be repacks from the Kingdom line. Again, I'm only speculating. Skywarp, it's got to be a redeco, of course, of Starscream. And Shockwave is the one that's looking the most interesting, I think, out of them. So there's the quick shot of the core ones again, if you want to pause and have a look at them, or again, indeed, go to the same website and look at them as I'm going through. We're moving on to the deluxe size now, and these again are all the legacy. So I'm going through the legacy figures first before we go to Studio Series. So we already pretty much know these. I'm just going to read them out anyway. So we've got Wild Rider, Elita 1, KO Prime, I'm not sure exactly what that is, Tarantulas, RC, Dragstrip, Kickback, Skids, Energon Monster, Point Blank, Crankcase, and Dead End. So it looks like we are getting the Stunticons. Really excited to see their update of the Combiners, because the Combiner Wars were okay. I mean, yes, I know I've got pretty much all of them there, but they could have been a lot better. And let's be honest, the figures they've been releasing in the last 3-4 years are way better than what they were with Combiner Wars about 6 years ago. So the ones that stand out again, obviously, are Crankcase and Point Blank for me, to be honest. They're the ones apart from the Stunticons, they're the ones I'm most excited. Maybe Kickback as well, but I want to see what they do with Crankcase, and I want to see what they do with Point Blank especially. We've already seen pictures of Skids, so I don't want to dwell on that anymore. Right, Voyager. Again, same list as what we've seen before. So Voyager Jyaxus, Soundwave, Blaster, Bulkhead, which we've seen obviously already, Armada Starscream, and Evolution Voyager Inferno. Now, we're thinking that the Inferno is going to be the Beast Wars one because of the mini leak before. I'm really hoping that the Blaster and the Soundwave just aren't redecos, to be fair. If they're going to go Evolution and they're going to go back to G1, you know, they're two totally different moulds. So fingers crossed, but I doubt it very much. I'd like to see them just a little bit different, rather than just a different deco and a different head sculpt. I'd like to see them pretty much different, to be fair. Jyaxus sounds interesting. That's a character, in honesty, I'm not really very knowledgeable on. I've got the Thrilling 30 version, so I'd like to learn more about that at the same time. Leader, again, they're exactly the same. So we've got Blitzwing, we've got Optimus Prime, we've got Megatron, we've got the Dragon Megatron, of course, which I believe is from the Transmetal Beast Wars, or whatever it is, Megatron. And again, as you can tell by the way I'm talking, I openly admit it, I don't know too much about that, so I'm really excited to find out and see more about them. And of course, the Legacy Evolution Commander, we are all predicting will be Motormaster, so we've got the full Combiner. And indeed, we are pretty much aware, hopefully it'll be again confirmed today, the Titan Metroplex, and we already know about the Generation Selects Titan Black Zarek. So that is the legacy lot of lists. There's so much, honestly, it's crazy. So we've got Studio Series now. So remember the Studio Series, they're going, obviously movie 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 was the last night. Bumblebee was movie 6. And they're also doing, of course, Studio Series 86 as well. So we've got a new list of core figures. Well, I think it's the same, to be honest, but they've just managed to decipher which films they're from. So it looks like, and of course, when we're saying this, the Bumblebee movie is going to be all the scenes on Cybertron, because of course there's not many, there's only the main 3 which they've already done. 4 rather. So of course we're going to get Shockwave by the looks of this. That should be interesting. I'd like to see their take on the Cybertronian version of him from the beginning of the Bumblebee movie. Here's the deluxe list. I'm just going to skim over this now because we've pretty much seen most of these before. So you've got from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Sideways, Transformers 6 RC, 6 Ironhide, Brawn, Wheeljack, Ratchet. So they're all the Bumblebee. That's all the beginning Cybertronian scene of Bumblebee. Studio Series Deluxe 86 Perceptor, we know. They've got another Dark of the Moon version of Bumblebee. And of course, last night, another version of Hot Rod coming out. And then we've got Soundwave Voyager from Transformers 6. That'll be interesting. That's of course again Bumblebee, the beginning of that. Junkyard they're putting down. That's just, I imagine that's just going to be like a redo. Like we've got Sweeps. I'm really thinking, of course we've got Sweep, which was a redeco and slight retool of Scourge. I think they're going to do exactly the same with Wreck-Gar, in honesty. Thundercracker, again, that's just going to be a redeco of one of the other jets. There you go. And of course Fallen, and we know about Starscream in his cape. So we've covered all of them. Let's move on to a bit of third-party stuff. So we've got some Alien Attack. This is their take on, looks like the last night, not the last night, Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, but it could be last night. But he's called King of Cavaliers. And if you like movies, and even if you don't like movies, you've got to appreciate the fact that this guy, I think, to be honest, oh no, I think he looks stunning. I think he looks really, really good. I think they've got a real good likeness of him there, and the alternate mode is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Really liking that, as I say. That looks very, very good. So, of course, that pretty much brings this to an end. And the only thing to really talk about, let me just load it back up here again, is Hasbro PulseCon. And this is, as I say, starting today. You can tell what time it is now because it's saying that it's 6 hours away, which means that it's nearly 10 a.m. in the UK. And the important thing that we need to be seeing is the Transformers there. You'll see it on the left-hand side. So 12:25 p.m. Eastern Time and 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time. So the first part is going to be discussing the movie, and it's going to be showing a game. And then the next part is, of course, which we already know because it says, I'm going to click it here for you guys, you can read it as well, that it's going to be the Legacy reveal. So we already know 2 of them. I can't wait to see the rest of them. I'm going to be in a live chat straight after that with Vector Sigma Reviews and Transformers UK Collector, so you can jump on board and give us your input with that. So we're going to be doing reaction straight afterwards. I look forward to you jumping in and being a part of it. And of course, let's I can't wait to see the rest of it. Take care, guys. See you soon.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.